Beat, written by Anderson Cooper, CNN. You know. Beat. Section 1. The Grand Gamble, a foundation of red ink. For years, the story of Amazon was a story of doubt. It was a tale told in spreadsheets filled with red ink that made Wall Street nervous and filled headlines with skepticism. For most of its early life, the company posted staggering losses. Visualizing the data. Revenue climbed steeply while profits stayed flat or negative for years. Year after year, the numbers looked grim. To the outside world, it seemed like a business burning through cash with no end in sight. Many people, smart people, believed the company was destined to fail. They saw a dot-com darling flying too close to the sun, destined to burn out before it ever truly turned a profit. The question on everyone's mind was simple: how long could this possibly last? But inside the company, a different story was being written. The founder, Jeff Bezos, had a vision that defied conventional wisdom. He did not see red ink as a sign of failure. He saw it as fuel. He was not managing for the next quarter's earnings report. He was building for the next decade. His core principle was customer obsession. He believed that if you offered people the lowest prices, the largest selection, the fastest, most reliable delivery, you would build a fortress of loyalty that competitors could not breach. This strategy, however, required immense upfront investment and a willingness to operate on razor-thin margins, or no margins at all, for a very long time. This was not a mistake. It was a deliberate choice. The plan was to sacrifice short-term profits for long-term market share. Every dollar earned was not returned to shareholders as a dividend. Instead, it was immediately poured back into the business to make it bigger, faster, and more efficient. This was a grand gamble, a high-stakes bet that scale would eventually lead to profitability. While critics saw a company bleeding money, Bezos saw an organism growing stronger, expanding its roots deeper into the fertile ground of e-commerce. He was playing a different game, one measured in years, not fiscal quarters. The early days looked chaotic from the outside. The company was in a perpetual state of construction. The constant hum of activity was the sound of an empire being built, brick by digital brick. Financial analysts would point to the mounting losses and shake their heads, unable to comprehend the logic. They were accustomed to businesses that prioritized immediate returns. Amazon's strategy felt foreign and reckless, but what they missed was the unwavering focus on the customer experience. Bezos understood that in the new digital marketplace, loyalty was the ultimate currency, and he was willing to spend whatever it took to earn it, even if it meant a decade of financial statements that looked like a disaster. Beat. Section 2. Building an empire, one loss at a time. The first major act in Amazon's long-game strategy was relentless reinvestment. The money that looked like losses on paper was actually hard at work, building the physical infrastructure, building the digital infrastructure. Imagine massive, sprawling warehouses rising from the ground, each one a city of shelves stacked high, books, blenders. These fulfillment centers were not cheap. They required land construction technology, thousands of employees. Each new center represented a massive capital expenditure, a deliberate step deeper into the red ink that so worried investors. But each one also brought Amazon closer to its customers, shrinking delivery times and expanding its capacity. This commitment to scale was radical. While other companies were cautious, Amazon was aggressive. It expanded its product categories far beyond books, electronics, toys, home goods. Each new category required more warehouse space, more sophisticated software, and more complex supply chains. The company was building an everything store, and everything costs a lot of money to stock and manage. The logic was simple but audacious. The more items Amazon offered, the more reasons customers had to visit its site first. This created a powerful cycle where selection attracted customers, and customers attracted more sellers to its marketplace. This growth was not just about size, it was about efficiency. The company became obsessed with data. Every click, every purchase, every customer review was analyzed to refine the business. This data helped Amazon optimize its warehouse layouts, predict what customers would want to buy, and place inventory in the right locations to speed up delivery. The famous Kiva robots, which bring shelves to human workers, were a product of this obsession. These innovations were expensive, adding to the short-term losses, but they drove down the cost per order over the long run, giving Amazon a competitive advantage that was nearly impossible for rivals to replicate. The numbers tell the story of this relentless expansion. In 1997, Amazon had 2 fulfillment centers. By the early 2000s, that number had multiplied. Revenue was exploding, climbing from just over $1.6 billion in 2000 to over $8.4 billion in 2005, yet profits remained elusive. This was the strategy in action. The company was choosing growth over profit, market share over dividends. It was a bold and often criticized approach, but it was laying the groundwork for a level of scale that the retail world had never seen before. Each dollar of loss was a down payment on future dominance. Beat. If the warehouses were the bones of Amazon's empire, Amazon Prime was its circulatory system. Introduced in 2005, for an annual fee, customers received free 2-day shipping on eligible purchases. At the time, it seemed financially insane. Shipping is expensive. Giving it away for a flat fee looked like a recipe for massive losses. Many analysts predicted it would cripple the company. They called it a costly gimmick. They saw it as reckless spending to lock in customers. But Bezos and his team understood customer psychology. The pain of paying for shipping was a big barrier to online shopping. By removing that friction, they changed behavior. Members who paid felt compelled to get their money's worth. They bought more items, more often. Purchases that might have gone to local stores became a click away. Prime turned casual shoppers into habitual customers. That created Bezos's flywheel. More Prime members, more sales volume. More sales volume, more optimized logistics. Optimized logistics, lower shipping costs. Lower costs, more Prime eligible products and lower prices. Those benefits attracted more Prime signups. The wheel spun faster and faster. What looked like a money-losing service was actually an engine for growth and retention. Prime created a powerful moat around Amazon. Competitors could match prices or match selection, but not the Prime ecosystem. Over time, Amazon added streaming video, music, photo storage. Each feature was an upfront cost, but made membership stickier, weaving Amazon into daily life and making the flywheel unstoppable. As the flywheel gained speed, Amazon couldn't rely on UPS and FedEx alone. To deliver Prime, it needed to control its own destiny. That led to massive, loss-leading investment. Amazon Logistics building a delivery network from the ground up, leasing its own fleet of cargo planes, Prime Air branded delivery vans on neighborhood streets, branded delivery trucks on neighborhood streets, developing sophisticated routing and last-mile software. The last mile, the most complex and expensive part of delivery, a monumental undertaking, direct competition with logistics giants, required billions in capital. Headlines screamed about spending and losses. But vertical integration gave Amazon something priceless: control. Dictate delivery schedules, manage capacity during peak seasons like the holidays, experiment with same-day delivery, experiment with one-hour delivery. Control translated into a better customer experience. Customers could track packages from warehouse to doorstep inside Amazon. Meanwhile, another audacious bet was paying off. Building e-commerce taught Amazon to run massive, reliable data centers. That infrastructure became a sellable asset. In 2006, Amazon launched Amazon Web Services, offering cloud power to companies on a pay-as-you-go basis. Few understood its potential. At first, AWS became a goldmine. It grew fast and was wildly profitable. High margins provided a steady stream of cash. The cloud began to subsidize low-margin retail. It funded logistics gambles. It funded expansion of Prime. It funded devices like the Kindle and Alexa. AWS profits gave Amazon the firepower for long-term strategy. It silenced critics and proved smart risks can fuel dominance. The story of Amazon culminates in a simple, powerful lesson. The early losses were not a sign of weakness. They were the price of ambition. They were a strategic investment in creating an unassailable market position. The decades of skepticism, the worried investors, the critical headlines, Amazon was not trying to win the quarter. It was trying to win the century. This long-term vision, executed with relentless discipline, allowed the company to build a series of interconnected competitive advantages. Each piece was built on the foundation of the last. Think of how the components work together. The massive scale, funded by early reinvestment, makes the logistics network more efficient. The efficient logistics network makes Prime possible. Prime creates a loyal customer base that feeds the entire system with a steady stream of orders. And the profits from an entirely separate business, AWS, provide the financial cushion to keep innovating and expanding. It is a perfectly integrated machine for commerce, a fortress with deep moats and high walls. This ecosystem is the ultimate result of enduring years of financial pain for the sake of long-term gain. Today, the word that best describes Amazon's position is dominance. The company is a titan of retail logistics cloud computing. Its name is synonymous with online shopping for hundreds of millions of people around the globe. The delivery trucks are a constant presence, the brown boxes a daily feature of modern life, and its web services power a significant portion of the internet. The company that was once mocked for its inability to make money now generates tens of billions of dollars in annual profit. The red ink of the past has been transformed into a legacy of market power. The final lesson is clear and universal. In a world that often rewards short-term thinking, sustained success can come from having the courage to play the long game. It requires a clear vision, the discipline to reinvest in that vision, the fortitude to ignore the chorus of doubters. Amazon's journey shows that what looks like risk can be the purchase price of strength. By choosing to prioritize growth and customer experience above all else, the company turned years of financial losses into a platform of enduring and unparalleled dominance. It is a testament to the power of patience planning and the unwavering belief in a future that others simply could not see.